Hi, in this tutorial, we're going to learn on how to use Vyond, an animated video maker, to create animated video lessons for your classes. First, let us watch a sample of a video created using Vyond before we proceed with the tutorial. Hi, for the lesson this week, we're going to learn 5 tips on how to write a good academic essay. The 5 important tips are: understand the assignment, conduct thorough research, create a clear thesis statement, organize your ideas well, and finally revise and proofread. For the first tip, understand the assignment. Before you start writing, make sure you fully understand the essay prompt or assignment guidelines. Pay attention to specific requirements such as word count, formatting style, APA, and any other instructions provided by your instructor. The second tip is conduct thorough research. Good research is the foundation of strong academic essay. Gather information from credible sources such as books, academic journals, reputable websites, and scholarly databases. Take notes and organize your research material effectively. Tips number 3 is to create a clear thesis statement. Your thesis statement is the central argument or the main point of your essay. Should be concise, specific, providing a clear indication of what your essay will focus on. Ensure that your thesis is debatable and can be supported with evidence from your research. Tips number 4 is to organize your ideas. Create an outline that organizes your ideas logically. A typical essay structure includes an introduction, body paragraph, and a conclusion. In the introduction, provide a context and introduce your thesis statement. For the body paragraphs, each paragraph should cover a single point or idea that supports your thesis. Start with a topic sentence, provide evidence or examples, and offer analysis or explanation. For your conclusion paragraph, summarize your main points, restate your thesis, and leave the reader with a thought provoking final statement. And finally, the final tip is to revise and proofread. Revision and proofreading are crucial steps in the essay writing process. Review your essay for clarity, coherence, organization, check for grammar, spelling, and punctuation errors. Ensure that your ideas flow smoothly from one paragraph to the next. Consider seeking feedback from peers or using proofreading tools to catch any overlooked mistake. Those are all the 5 tips to write a good academic essay. See you again in the next video. So here's how to create a video using Vyond. First, you have to go to vyond.com and log in using the credentials provided by UMK, because this is a web-based application that is subscribed by UMK. So using the credentials, email and username, log in to the application. So once you have logged in to the website, you can see there are a lot of templates that you can choose from, and you can also go to the template library button here where you can see different templates. You can just simply key in the theme or the keywords and you can see the available templates suitable for your lesson or whatever video that you are trying to create. So here you can key in all the keywords. You can also choose from the keywords here and see the different types of templates of videos. So this will make your task easier, but some people would prefer to create from scratch because that will suit uh, what you like to create better. Customize video or template based on your likings. Um, so what you can do is you can go to the create video button up here, and instead of using a template, you can use a template, but that somehow might limit your creativity or the length of your video or the content that you're going to use. You can try and error the templates, but if let's say you are to create a video, an animated video, use from scratch, you can go to create new here and select the type, the shape of the video, horizontal, square, or vertical. So normally if this is for uploading onto YouTube, we'll choose horizontal. If it is for social media platforms like Facebook or Instagram, then we can use square or even vertical. So let's say we pick horizontal. Here you can see the blank canvas where you can create your video. So the first thing that you need to do is, of course, you need to pick a scene. So you can go to this button here, scenes, in which you can pick a scene that you like to um, start your video with. So for example, you can search introduction for the introduction of your video, and you can see different um, templates that you can use for the introduction of your video. You can also try different keywords. For example, whiteboard. If let's say you want to make it more like classroom experience. For example, there are a number of whiteboards that you can choose. So let us pick this one. So here you can see the template, the first template or the first scene of your video. So what you have to do is you have to just simply edit the title or the content in the whiteboard. Let's say the topic of the lesson is about tips to write a good academic essay. So you can always adjust the position and the size of the words, or the size of the letters, the spacing, everything. So what you have to do is just simply go to the box here and drag it uh, downwards so to make the position nicer for your students or for the audience to read whatever that you are writing on the video. So tips to write a good essay. And you can, to see how this scene plays, you can create the preview button up here. So this is how the scene is playing. So this is the first scene. What about the audio? What about the voice? So once you have done with all the scenes, once you have completed the video with the content, then you can add the video, either you can add the audio of your own voice, or you can also use text to speech, in which you can enter the text and then the system or the application will generate the voice for you, a computer generated voice. So we exit the preview by clicking the exit preview button. So you can see the length of the video here, in which you can always adjust the length of the video. And also the characters on the screen. You can always change the characters on the screen. Here are, if you go to this button here, characters, you can see different characters. So you can just simply select any available characters that you like to replace. So what you need to do is, first you go to this person here. If let's say you like to replace this person with a different person or with a different character, you can click this person, make sure the box is available. It appears around the character, and then you click this button here. It says replace. So what you do is you click the replace button, and then if let's say you like to put a girl, or if you like to make it more localized to your students, some characters that look like your students, so maybe you can pick someone wearing hijab, for example, like this character over here. Then you click on the character, and then the application will change the character to the new character that you picked just now. So the same goes to other characters here. It can always be changed by clicking the replace button. So you can look for different characters. There are thousands, hundreds of thousands of characters in the character section here. So this is the first scene of your video. So the second scene, so we are talking about tips to write a good academic essay. So this is the lesson that I'm doing. So you can have a different lessons on different languages or even different topics or different subjects. So to add a next scenes, you click the plus button here, add scene, and choose scene. So you can choose a different scene. Let's say we are talking about whiteboard. Let's say we are teaching something, so whiteboard. Let's say we choose the first one here, and then you can see the scene is added, and you can close this section here so that you can see the screen fully. So tips, so you can list down all the tips to writing good academic essay. So this is an example. So that make sure you have the contents ready so that you can do the videos quicker. So you can put the contents in a Word document next to the screen. So this will make your job easier. So for example, myself, I have the notes here, so that it will be easier for me to just transfer the notes into the scene of the video. So there are 5 tips. So the first one is understand the assignment. So what I do is I just cut and paste to replace the original content. And then the second one is conduct thorough research. So as simple as that. And then the third one is create a clear thesis statement. So make sure the spacing is fine. You can always edit and adjust the size of the words and the spacing by expanding the box here. So to adjust the size of the wordings, you can go to these text settings up here, which you can see the size of the text and also the font. If you like to bold, you can click the bold button here. And then number 4, organize your ideas. And number 5 would be revise and proofread. So make it smaller so that it will fit nicer. Alright, so there you have your second scene, and you can click the preview button so that you can see how it plays when it appears as a video. Alright, so that is your second scene. So you can continue with more scenes. So I will have another scene. So maybe I'll choose a different keyword, like maybe teach. So you can always see different scenes here. maybe you can choose whiteboard, or you can also type the different keywords that you can try and error. So there are many different templates that we can use. So let's say teach. So maybe I'll choose this template over here. All right. So what we do is we cut and paste the content into the template. So number one here is understand the assignment. So tips number one is to understand the assignment. So what you need to do is, of course, you need to make sure the spacing, everything is fits nicely in the box. All right, and then the content. Bring it downwards a bit so that fits nicely. So you can always edit your content so that it is always relevant to what your students need to read and understand. All right, so this is the third scene already. And then going on to the other scene for the second point. So let's say I'll choose a different template. For example, write. Then you can see the template appears here. So tips number two would be conduct thorough research. So just simply replace the point with the point that you are doing, and then cut and paste whatever content that you have. All right, so now you have the second tips or the third scene of your video. You can always adjust the position, everything. And then to add more scenes, just simply click the plus button, choose scene, and then, for example, this one over here. And so that would be number one, number two, and number three. Create clear thesis statement. And the content, then more scenes, so you can always adjust the size of the letters. So if you think it is difficult, then what you can do is you can choose a different template. You can also um, bring it downwards so that right now that you have all the points here, then you can move on to your next scene for the final points. So what you have to do is just cut and paste as usual, and the points. So what is not needed, you can just simply delete. So there are many scenes that you can choose from. If let's say you want to have a specific subtitle, then you can simply go to the box here and search for title if you have a new title. Um, Different keywords that you can use. So if you have points, you can use a um, different template that is available here. And so lastly, for your conclusion, you can add a scene. Um, for example, thank you. Search for thank you scene. Then you have the thank you scene here. And of course, you can always change the character by clicking the replace button here. A boy. So you can always, if let's say it doesn't work, you can always click the undo button. If you're making a mistake, you can click the undo button so that you can go back to the initial stage of your editing. So in the end, once you have done with the video, in the end, you can click the preview button here and preview from start, and you can see um, the product of your video editing. So now you have your video ready. So what you need to do is you need to um, add the voice. So to add the voice is easy using Vyond. What you can do is you can go to the audio button here, but First, make sure you click on the scene. So this is scene 1, scene 2. Make sure you click on the scene first. Click the audio button. You can record your own voice separately and upload your video files here, and then you can drag your voice um, into this row here for the audio, or you can also mic recording using the application. So let us enlarge the screen so that it will be easier, bigger, clearer for us to look at the tutorial. Mic recording is when you can enter your own voice by clicking the mic button here. So this is one easy way, but if let's say you are not using your own voice, you can also use text to speech. So you can enter the text, "Hi, today we are going to learn 5 tips to write a good academic essay." And then you can click the generate button. You can also, before that, you can choose the type of language, but it will auto detect. So if this is English, then it will detect as English. You can choose the speakers, the voice, female or male, different names here, different voice. So this is computer generated voice. If you click generate, then it will generate for you for the first scene. But you can drag the same voice into different scenes as well. So what you need to do is you need to make sure that your scene, so you see the voice is here already for the first scene. So what you need to do is you need to make sure the first scene, the length is similar to the voice, like that. Now what you can do is you can click the preview button to watch the video and also the audio for that particular scene.
Hi, today we are going to learn 5 tips to write a good academic essay.
Alright, so we exit preview. So there you have the voice for the scene. So you'll have to make sure when you adjust the length of the video or when you adjust the length of the voice, you have to make sure that the content on your video is not cut. So if the content of your video is cut off, then when you produce the video, when you download the video as a final product, some of the content will be missing. So you have to make sure that you always replay the preview from time to time to make sure that everything is included. So that is the voice, the audio for the first scene. Now you add the voice or the audio for the second scene. So let's say just now you use text to speech. So let's say now we use mic recording. For mic recording, you don't have to type anything. So what you can do is you read from the notes of what you have written in the template. So this template is about tips, the 5 tips. So when you click the record button, you read the 5 tips without the content, of course, because the content is in the other videos. So what you do, you click the record button. The 5 tips to write a good academic essay is understand the assignment, conduct thorough research, create a clear thesis statement, organize your ideas and revise and proofread. So once you have done reading your voiceover, then you click the stop button for the computer, the system to generate. So this is 13 seconds. You have to make sure the length of the audio is similar to the length of the scene. So you see the audio is 13 seconds until this part here. So what you need to do is you need to drag the video, make it similar to the length of the audio so that nothing is missing. So now click the preview button to listen to your voiceover. The 5 tips to write a good academic essay is understand the assignment, conduct thorough research, create a clear thesis statement, organize your ideas, revise, and proofread. So you click exit preview. So you do the same thing for the other scenes in your canvas. So you have your storyboard here. So for each of the scene of your storyboard, you create the audio, either text to speech or voiceover, and in the end of your video, once everything is done, what you do is you click the save button. Basically, your videos, your work will be automatically saved by the system. So if you are to download this video, the product of your animated video to your computer is by clicking the download button over here. So you can click download, choose video, and generate video either 720 pixels or 1080. So you can, once you have clicked this button here, the system will finalize your video and the video will be downloaded into your device. So I guess that is all about the tutorial. Happy trying. Thank you very much.